What is up, everybody? It's your boy Rogue here. So, in today's episode, I'm going to be talking about how to beat the Ryzeal deck. So, yesterday I dropped the Ryzeal Explain video. If you guys have not seen it, check it out. I go in depth about what every card do and show you guys like the baseline combo. And of course, as I pick the deck up, because I do plan on playing the Ryzeal deck, I'm going to go a little more in depth with it. Unless it's like crazy expensive, like $1,000, I'm going to pick the deck up. So, be on the lookout for that type of content in the near future. So, how to beat Ryzeals? Honestly, man, I studied the deck crazy yesterday, and the deck is fairly simple to beat. Of course, you're not going to win every game because it's clearly the best deck in OCG. So, some people are calling it tier 0. I think it's still a tier 1 deck because it seems on paper easy to beat. So, one of the first cards to try out against the Ryzeal deck will be Droll and Lockbird. Simple card, simple effect. Activated, players can draw cards or search cards or anything to do to get accepted during the draw phase. So, reason why this is good, Ryzeal play things like Bonfire, 7th Ascension, with searches into their freaking, the 7th thing that can come out, the next 7 card comes out in February, and all of the Ryzeal main monsters like X Ryzeal, Ice Ryzeal, etc. all have some searching ability. So, by stopping their search ability, it's going to slow the deck down a lot. That doesn't necessarily mean going to beat the deck because the deck can play on the shifter. It can lightly play on the Droll because they're always going to be able to just go Bagooska Pass unless they have a bad hand. Right now, a lot of Ryzeal deck lists are running 15 to 20 hand traps. 20 hand traps more than likely will be the norm for that deck. Just like Snake Ass, because the deck pops off of one card, unless they draw their one monster, which is not a 1-card combo. But for the most part, they're going to get their 1-card combo. So Droll slows the deck down a lot. Another card that slows the deck down a lot is I think it's not Retaliating C, but Contact C. Contact C says you have to XYZ, Synchro, and Fusion someone to use it to get it off the field. And if you don't use that card, you can't do those summons. And with Ryzeal effects, monster effects locking you into XYZ level 4 summons for the turn, you Contact C them, they're out of luck. They're just going to have to pass their turn and end on a mediocre board and hope they can hand trap you. Outside of that, when you're using Imperm or Effect Builder against the Ryzeal deck, make sure to use it for the Ryzeal Duo Dryden, I believe his name is, the one that detaches 2 to search for the 2 cards in the deck, which is going to be the Field Spell and the Quick Play Spell, which is going to be the Monster Reborn. Don't waste your Imperm on the monsters. Don't waste your Ass Boss on the monsters. Save it for the XYZ that searches through the deck for the Field Spell and or the spell card that Monster Reborn that's a quick play. Because if you don't, you're going to be having a hard time because the deck spams so easily. If you hit, let's say, for example, like an Ice X Ryzeal, they're just going to be like, okay, normal summon this monster, go ahead and pop off, or Bagooska Pass. So you want to make sure you stop them mid-combo so they just pass their turn. And lastly, the thing I'm going to talk about is Ultimate Slayer. This is a tech a lot of people in the OCG are running. Ultimate Slayer is mainly good because it's versatile and has multitude of matchups. But against the Ryzeal matchup, you send this it's a level 9 dark monster picture up on the screen. That it's a XYZ monster, and when he's sent to the graveyard, you can target a facial card on the field and negate it. So what a lot of OCG players are doing, they're Ultimate Slayering whatever Ryzeal monster they need to get off the board, like Dual Dryden, or the other one that pretty much says he can't be destroyed by card. XYZ monster can't be destroyed by card effects. You bounce that dude to the extra deck, send the monster from the extra deck to your graveyard, target whatever card you need to negate for the turn and pop up. This is really good against Ryzeals because in the mirror match, or even if you're not playing against the deck, but just in that mirror match specifically, you getting 2 for 1, you're going to negate one of the monster effects, bounce the other one back and pop off, and or send back a Bagooska and pop off, and then you're going to be negating the field spell, so that way you can just pop off an OTK. And of course, obligatory things is good against matchup like Evenly Matched, Tabor Wipe, and things like I said, Ghost Ogre. You can hit some of their monster effects, so that way you just ogre them off the field. A lot of players in the LCG are running Ghost Ogre, so that's really powerful against the said matchup. So yeah, man, this is how to beat Ryzeal in detail. I kind of ran through this video, mainly because I'm shooting this off the dome, and honestly, it's a really simple deck to beat, despite the fact that it's a tier 1 deck, borderline tier 0 deck, based on LCG results. And we don't know how this is going to happen in the TCG because in the TCG right now, we have full power Senpais, We have Snake Eye, Azamina, a multitude of rogue decks, and right now the real deck that's a threat for Rivals is Tempai Dragon, because they made that shifter, they made that the Andromeda Imperm, the thing that monsters can't be special summoned, and they made that all the border breakers. And I noticed like with a deck like Raizeal, especially pre-February when they get their more searching abilities to make the deck way more consistent. Just for my own little test hands without that stuff, the deck's gonna have a hard time, because just like Snake Eyes, like they're gonna draw a bunch of hand traps. And if you're able to hand trap their monster and they have a big hand, even though you're supposed to technically save, like let's say for example, right? I would say save your imperms and effect battlers and whatever cards you have. For if you open up one imperm, you better save it for the XYZ monster that searches out their field spell and etc. If you have two interruptions in your hand, you can obviously wait and use your imperm early. So let's say for example they go X Ryzeal to summon to search the Fire Thunder, I believe. Imperm him. If they say they bring out another one, then you can go over the next monster or effect battle the next monster. You guys get what I kind of say. You have to kind of play your hand as you see fit for that matchup. You can't just shoot your whole load as early as you can and expect to win, because that's how a lot of people just use. Their opponent plays through their hand trap because literally they're just shooting their load too early and they're not thinking about how my hand is played out. But also, of course, that's if you know the matchup. So, like I said, you guys have to learn this matchup. The deck is really good. It's going to be the best deck of the format, hands down, once they start weakening other decks. So even in the OCG, Tempai is very powerful. And if Tempai goes unchecked in the TCG, I don't know how Ryzeal is going to beat Tempai consistently. I can see them going back and forth, but once the Tempai player starts strategizing, like how a lot of the OCG Tempai players are strategizing by main deck and ultimate slayers, things that say you can't be chained through the spell speed for top cards, I don't really see Ryzeal's doing that good until they get their more support, and of course until the TCG decks get hit. Like obviously I think a lot of us think D-Shifter's going to get hit. Will it get hit? I don't know. I hope it does. Let me know in the comment section down below if you guys think D-Shifter will get hit. A lot of people are saying, I think Chandra, the red looking Tempai monster, they think he's going to get hit because that's the hit in the LCG. And even the OCG with him hit, Tempai is still in the top 5 best decks at the LCG, right around the Ryzeal. But in the LCG is crazy. TCG, I don't know. It's just, we don't have the same things. And plus, we don't have the lack of Max C over here. Our results may vary with a lot of these decks. So, all in conclusion, man, I hope you guys found this information valuable. Tell me what you guys think in the comment section down below. Like the video. Also, make sure you hit my description up for all my channel sponsors. Yugioh Mint for 7% off. Imperium Duelists. All of them have discount codes in the description down below. This is your boy Rogue here, bringing you guys how to beat Ryzeal, and I'm signing out. Peace. See you guys in the next video.